Alrighty then. Hello there. My name is Sol Runeholm, a Traveling Smith Vtuber forging his own path, and this is the second episode of Octopath Traveler. It's been, actually, there was a gap in recording. I had to stop my recording a little bit earlier than I would like last time, so this time I'd like to see if we can knock out the entirety of what I've played, which is up until right when you get out of this area. So I think it's like the end of like Cyrus's intro. So that's my goal for today. And after that point, I'm completely blind. I won't have any idea what's going on. So not that I've been particularly remembering a lot. It was quite some time ago that I originally played. All right. I don't remember. Did I talk to this guy after?
Hello.
Okay, I did.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, the super sus guards.
Can I help you?
The dust particle effects go crazy in here. I don't know if it's meant to be dust, but it's just the idea of it being really, really dusty in here. Ah, Professor Albright. I don't remember what voice I did for her.
A moment of your time.
Did you have any luck finding the tome?
My apologies.
I'm afraid not.
Say it is not so.
Well, this is most unfortunate. One might conclude that it had been stolen.
Actually...
Professor, taking books out from these archives is strictly forbidden. And as you know, the keys to the vault are entrusted only to a select few. Quite honestly, it would be easier to steal the crown off the king's head. I feel like that might be a little bit of an exaggeration. There's no armed guards in here.
Aho!
An impregnable vault, a disappearing tome. It would seem we have quite the mystery on our hands. And the mysteries of the world are meant to be solved. Or so the scholar in me says. Would you not agree? If it had been stolen, then I'd say it's a job for the city guard. But I can see you won't let it go till you've cracked the case, as it were.
Indeed.
You could say that indeed. A habit I just can't seem to break. He's a very Miles Edgeworth coded individual. Once a puzzle is placed before me, I simply cannot rest until I have worked out a solution.
I see.
Well, far be it from me to stand in your way. It must be tough being a genius.
Leave it to me.
I'll not deny it. Worry not. The tome will be back on the shelf before you can bat an eyelash.
Take care.
Right. Thanks. Best of luck in your search. So remembering him being really weird at the end of last. End of the game is afoot. Sherlock Holmes reference. Now, where to begin my search? I suppose I should inquire with Mercedes as to where the keys to the library are stored. The guard at the front door would know who has been frequenting the library lately, as might my fellow scholars. Then, mayhap, I should pay the headmaster a visit as well. Path actions. Utilize each character's unique action to overcome any obstacle. Try pressing X in front of a townsperson. Cyrus can scrutinize and gain new knowledge from the townspeople. Okay, so basically he can investigate. And it literally calls it testimony. It does have a little detective coding, I guess, to it. Scrutinize. He's got a little pose. Let's see now. Okay. Testimony. Of course I've got a key to the archives, and no, I wasn't sleeping. I was resting my eyes is all. But even if I was sleeping, what would it matter? What kind of fool would bother stealing a worthless tome anyway? Man, it's information can be a pretty valuable thing, especially in a, what appears to be a scholasticratic kingdom. Most intriguing. The guard situation. So this guy was also talking about in his regular dialogue. Someone named Russell. Which is why I was immediately, suspicious of him. Let's go and talk to Mercedes again. Who are you? Let's see now. Testimony. The key to the archives? Oh, I haven't got that. But I'm not surprised someone stole a tome considering what they're worth. I've gambling debts myself, and so I understand the temptation. Gambling... Interesting, okay. Oh my goodness. George Washington with a mustache. Testimony. Only Headmaster Yvonne and the guard stationed outside should have a key to the library archives. So did the guard let us in before? Did he have to come in here and actually let us in himself? Also, age 21. I was thinking... it's interesting that they're giving us the ages along with everything as well. I wonder if that'll ever be relevant, or if it's just like a fun little bonus. Also, is it implying that he's asking them their age, but not their name? Or maybe he is asking their name. I don't know, but they're definitely not giving us their names. Unless it just happens to be a named character already. Okay, actually, I'd like to take a look around in here because, okay, this is just a classroom. I'd like to take a look around in here because we just kind of teleported in and out last time. It's so bright. It's so bright outside the window. Sir? I don't think he can see anymore. I think he's been blinded. Blinded by the light, someone might say. Let's see. I still think it's interesting. Every door I've gone through in this game that you can open, you can no longer close behind you. This is interesting. Is this his study versus his office? Age 58. You know full well I have a key to the special archives, and that I would never be so foolish as to let it fall into the wrong hands. In any event, I've had no reason to peruse those tomes in quite some time. Okay. This guy is just like comically evil looking, with the red eyes and the mustache.
Splendid.
And the self-portrait on the wall.
But of course.
Of course, it all makes sense now. There are only 2 keys to the archives, one belonging to the headmaster and one belonging to the guardsman. Okay. Whose key was used to unlock the archives? Most likely the guards. especially since he was, yeah, yeah. The guard has been acting very suspiciously of late, and it's heavily implied he was asleep. So it would be way more believable for, yeah, it would be all too easy to lift the key off his person. Also, he doesn't really seem to understand the worth of what he's guarding. So is it possible that the guard is our man? No, I don't think so. Almost certainly not.
No.
The culprit must be someone who understands the true value of the tome. Yes. Which is to say, one of my colleagues. And most likely, one who's accrued a frightful gambling debt.
Which means that...
Put it all together, and our villain is... Russell.
Yes.
Indubitably, that's Shifty Scholar Russell. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if I would say that's
Shall we
foolproof.
begin?
It certainly makes him suspicious, but I'm certain he's not the only one of the type. Although he was mentioned by name by the guards, so maybe that does make him a little more suspicious. Word has it, he's been doing his research underground these days. In the not at all suspicious cavity directly underneath the school. That's,
Now then.
you know, that maybe that would indicate he's being a little bit more suspicious. You know, I actually did remember that there was like a dungeon here, but I forgot that it was literally directly under the school. Saving your progress. You never know when danger might strike, so be sure to save often. Keep an eye out for this monument. At a moment. You can find save points in towns, overworld areas, and dungeons. Yeah, I definitely think it's a good time to save. As you can see, I'm the type of person that takes up a bunch of save slots. It's just in case there's problems with recording, especially since I have had, right before I debuted, I actually had to replace my entire setup. So I am reasonably certain that everything's all right, but definitely wouldn't want to risk like having to redo a whole bunch of stuff. Before I go in, I'm real quickly going to run back into town and see if I can purchase anything from the armorer. Last time when I was recording, I had to record really late, in my late at night, and I was not able to comment on some of the stuff in the shop, but I think oh, for a second I thought it said he was going to be able to use a spear, and I was surprised. But I think maybe grab physical defense, elemental defense. Is there anything actually before I spend much money? Oh, I didn't realize that I could go in here. Oh, okay. So there's a bunch of people I didn't talk to.
Hello.
Tavern patron. Oh, I see yours taken an interest in me axe. You're not like most of the scrawny weaklings around here. Does he have an axe? I can't actually tell.
That's right.
That's right. There's nothing better than seafood to go with a good drink. Even them brainy scholars will agree with me. I don't know why I made him Western. He's definitely not Western. He's like, or almost Cockney. Well met, traveler. What can I do you for? Oh, okay. You're a tail. Oh, okay. Restore reputation. What does that mean? Oh, I guess maybe because you can steal stuff later. Okay. Can I scrutinize? What does that do? Every morning, this fisherman hauls his catch to the castle town of Atlasdam. Atlasdam. I think actually they called it Atlasdam. He takes the leftovers to the tavern to have it cooked and enjoys the fruits of his labor alongside a few drinks. Oh, that's cool. Information gleaned, a hidden item. A new treasure is available somewhere. Does that mean there's a hidden, like something I can pick up in here? That's cool. Another hidden item. Okay. Age 52. Wow, he's old. Okay. For like a fantasy setting, that's a pretty old, like, military age. Especially since the setting seems to be entirely, like, humans. An old mercenary. Okay, I mean, yeah, I guess they say it. An old mercenary who spends most of his day in the tavern. He claims the liquor calms his nerves. So when summoned by his employer, he reports for duty with staggering steps. Oof, that's rough, buddy. Another hidden item. Can't scrutinize you. Oh, okay, so it's like literally like shines like this. Empty coin pouch. What does that mean? Fetches a modest price if sold. So okay, so like you're selling even the empty coin pouch itself has value. What happens if I scrutinize the kids? Age 8. Brimming with curiosity, this young boy will go to whatever lengths necessary to sate an interest, even if it puts him in danger. Foreshadowing is a literary device that, though his reckless tendencies worry those around him, the oftentimes rare and valuable items he brings back from his adventures have earned him the esteem of his friends. Information gleaned. Smarter bartering. What does that mean? You have a better chance at getting a discount when you purchase items. Chance. So, like, okay, so it's like you can get a crit purchase kind of idea and get it for cheaper. Age 10. The childhood friend of the reckless boy by her side. Being older by 2 years, she was entrusted with watching over him. Despite his endless curiosity oftentimes putting them both in danger, she takes her role seriously and is prepared to face whatever challenges come her way. Hidden item. Well, you know what I'm going to do now is I'm going to literally I'm going to literally scrutinize everybody that I can find and get all of the hidden stuff. What we got? Light Soulstone. What does that do? Deals great light damage to all foes. Okay, so it's Lightstone Medium, I'm guessing. So it's a light elemental usable item. It's also interesting that so that means that there is a light element in this game for damage. Nourishing Nut. Okay, what does that do? Increases maximum HP. Okay, that's actually like super important. Okay, I'm not going to use it right now though. What do you have? A thoughtful rancher delivers fresh milk from his cows to his parents every morning. His parents worry for his future, though, as he dedicates his entire life to work alone. Oof. Ouch. Right. Stabbing at me personally, directly. Discount at the inn. Straightforward. Scrutinize. What do you have? New weapons. Okay, this was definitely worth it. In charge of defending the castle town, this mercenary turned guard keeps a vigilant eye on those coming in and out of the gates. Once he spots a suspicious figure, he uses whatever means necessary to apprehend them. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, usually, like, in my opinion, like, a mercenary is going to have a little bit more of an easy time spotting suspicious characters like that, just out of experience of being out on the road and maybe occasionally having been the suspicious one. After the Great Pestilence in the Riverlands, this apothecary decided to dedicate himself to disease prevention and swift treatment. He now works together with the Royal Academy in Atlasdam to create both medicine and new forms of treatment. Information gleaned, guide with ease. What does that mean? Residents of this town will be more receptive to your guidance. Okay. I don't know what that means. But they said there was new weapons. Mage's staff and oak staff. Okay, so these are way outside of my purchasing ability. Okay. I do think that I'm going to buy... Oh, wait, empowering earring? Ooh, max HP, max SP. Okay. I'm actually gonna buy both of those. I might not use both right away, but I think those sound pretty good to pick up right now. I'm curious, so like when I actually equip those, do I immediately gain... Oh, you have... Oh, there's two... I actually didn't realize there was 2 accessory slots. I just thought that maybe I was going to be able to abuse the fact that we could swap between the 2. Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay. Anything else that I can buy that isn't going to be immediately... Oh, wait, I can sell the empty... Okay, that's literally almost worthless. Okay. Buy... Light staff. I mean, that's a little bit of a bump, but I think I'd probably rather save for the quartz. Sturdy shield. Pointed hat. Okay, that's actually pretty good. The hats, the circlet, elemental defense, and max SP. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the circlet. Yes. Okay. Cool. And then actually the type of abuse that I was going to use, like some games when you put on those types of items, will actually give you the HP or the SP right away. Looks like in this game they do not, which is correct, but I am a little bit sad. Save. All right, let's go. Into the extremely shady tunnel directly underneath the academy. Into the extremely large and cavernous cave. Where surely there is absolutely nothing heinous going on. Oh, we have a lantern. And as is the JRPG way, I will be exploring as much as possible in every direction that looks like it is not the correct way to go before I go the correct way. Study foe. Oh, okay, that's happening automatically. Battle basics 1. Breaking enemies. Exploit your foe's weaknesses to turn the tide of battle in your favor. Attack your foe's weak point to lower their shield points. Reduce shield points to 0 to break your foe. Cyrus can use stabs, fire magic, and ice magic in battle. Okay. Go to Scholar Skills and choose Fireball or Ice Wind to see the spells in action. Once he can use more weapons, select Attack and you choose the one you want to use with the directional buttons up and down. Okay.
An interesting dilemma.
Well, it's blue, so I'm going to use fire.
Oh, flames! Rain! Roll!
Wow, okay. I forgot how... I mean, I have done this part of the game before, but I still forgot how good the effects are. Battle Basics 2. Boost Mode. Enter Boost Mode to augment your powers. Break your foes to dramatically reduce their defense. Press the RB button to enter Boost Mode, and the potency of your attacks and abilities will surge. You gain 1 boost point per turn. You can spend up to 3 BP to boost your character 3 levels of power. If you use boost mode, you will not gain any BP the following turn. Okay. Okay, so it's basically similar to Brave points in Bravely Default, which let you take more attack actions. Actually, I don't remember if in Bravely Default you might have been able to take more, just more actions and more turns in general. Okay, and I can over borrow. I guess I'm gonna try it. That was not enough to kill him.
Now, what next?
Interesting that it's vulnerable to staff attacks though, so it gets broken by a staff attack, and then I can just do this.
Now, what next?
How do I know? Okay, so I'm guessing the little pips above or underneath Cyrus's name, or the okay, yeah, it is the BP. I actually didn't notice the little thing that says BP there. I'm blind. How much HP do you have?
What next?
Ice grenade. Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage here. Double boost.
You should have studied harder.
I like his ending pose. Level up. Break bonus. Okay, so if you kill enemies while they're broken, I'm guessing you get a bonus. Do we have healing wise? Can I not use those outside of battle? Oh, I just was fully. Oh, because I leveled up. I see, or I'm assuming that's why. Unless we heal completely after battles. Herb of Clamor. Is that the one that heals silence? Yes.
I've done my research on
Actually, something that is like very subtle that might not be immediately obvious is that that transition into battle is like really fast, but it's like really slick. The like little transition that they do. Okay, so this hits all enemies. I'm just guessing if this is a weakness, and it was. I'm actually going to. Oh wait, did that say okay? Level 2. So instead of doing more attacks, it is just a boosted version. That's interesting. 209, and it wasn't enough to kill him.
what is the logical course of action. Oh, ice, pierce them through.
That's cool that he has like specific voice lines for ice and fire attacks. It's like really expensive. I guess it's more mana efficient because it seems to be it's still only taking 8.
Oh, ice, pierce them through.
Okay,
Not bad. A passing.
so if it only takes 8, then it is more efficient to boost as much as possible when using magic. Okay. It's a person and a secret. Does this go further in? Okay, no, it's like a secret.
Settle this like gentlemen.
Final Fantasy 3 and 4, a lot of the secrets, you would just run against any walls that were like dark at the edges, and a lot of the time, or not a lot of the time, but sometimes there would be a hidden wall or a hidden hallway into secret areas.
Course of action.
So I'm just gonna do huge boosted fireball
Oh, flames, rage,
and just
wrong.
intermittently break and then cast that. It looks like I don't have to be super worried though about how much SP I'm going through, because I'm leveling up pretty quickly. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, systems-wise how the game works. Okay. Inspiriting Plum. I believe that gives SP. Stuck. Okay, there we go. That goes further in than I thought it did.
Time to teach you.
Well, it's pretty obvious what he's weak to. Yeah. But is he also weak to staff damage? Okay, yes, that's super convenient. I imagine that the sweet spot for how strong we want to be here is when we can do a staff break and then a level 3 and have that be just enough to kill them. We'll see if that ends up being a decent benchmark. Because if we just happen to end up being around that strong by the time we're at the end of this. Okay. Just blind steering. Wind attire. Well, good thing I didn't buy... I'm guessing... Yeah, okay. Speed plus 22. Up, so from our previous 73 up to 95. That's a pretty substantial increase. Okay. Not to mention the defense improvement. By the way, I didn't do that on purpose. I did not actually remember that there was a equipment item in here that was going to fit in that slot. Bonk.
What is the logical course of action?
It is interesting. So his in-battle class skill just happens every time, like at the start of battle. I wonder if the others will be like that, or if they'll have some like a different action in the menu.
What is the logical course of action?
Boom.
Thus ends your lesson.
It's so interesting because you can. This game is so incredibly visually good looking. But there's also like there is just a little bit of jank to it, but not in like a jarring sort of way, but it's kind of like a charming kind of jank. Like some of the particle effects are like just a little teeny bit clipping. I'll show you what I mean when we're in another one of the battles, or some of the models are like they're pretty like the 3D-ness of them is a little sharp. Job points. Okay, you can now learn new skills. Select skills and then learn skills. You can acquire new skills here. Open the main menu to view new skills you can learn. Okay. Fire Soulstone as well. I'm guessing that's a drop. So each of the L2 elemental mobs in here drop a different type. Learn skills. Learning skills. Learn a variety of skills to learn a variety of skills to gain the upper hand in battle. Use the JP you earn in battle to learn new skills. You can learn skills in any order you choose. You will need increasingly more job points to learn skills, so choose carefully. Okay. Oh, lightning. I feel like that's probably okay. So analyze. So this is the active version, and then he has a passive version. And I have just enough JP to get one of these, so I can get a stronger version of fire or ice spells, or I can get access to the lightning element, which I feel like that's probably more important. Because if there's something weak to lightning, I'm going to want to have access to more elements. an interesting, so support skills I'm seeing at the bottom. I'm guessing you get passives once you learn enough skills. Cost to learn next skill went up from 30 to 100 though. That's a pretty significant bump. I wonder if this is like some other JRPGs. If you run, your encounter rate goes up when you're in areas with random encounters.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
Can't we settle this like gentlemen? Okay.
What is the logical...
So these things are primarily weak to like physical stuff.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
It's a pretty good bump in damage from the level up. The particle effects are really nice. Yeah, but so like, I don't know if you can see like in the foreground, like some stuff is kind of low res in the foreground. That's what I was meaning. Like there's a little bit of like rough around the edges stuff, but the game overall looks absolutely fantastic. I also really, as someone who's done like UI design, I actually do really like this menu is fine, but the in-battle UI I think looks good. Oh, we have an optimize button. I don't think it's going to change anything. The optimize button had its own like button in Bravely Default. You would automatically equip. It was usually pretty decent actually at equipping the best stuff that you had. It wasn't perfect, but it was actually pretty good. Okay. Can I scrutinize this guy? No. If you need anything, just say the word. Okay, so you are like, so you can sell stuff to me in here. I don't think this is useful because I don't have multiple party members. I already have 5. I feel like if I have to heal more than 5 times, I'm probably in danger, but these are really cheap, so I'm just gonna buy a couple. It is noteworthy that they are selling like mana recovery items pretty early on. A lot of JRPGs don't give you mana recovery items of any kind until pretty late in the game, or at least like mid-game. Old coin. Assuming I can sell that for money. Yeah, I'm guessing that that icon as well, the coin person icon, just means that it's a for sale item.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
All right, so we now have all the weaknesses of this thing.
Now, what next?
How much money do I have actually? I didn't actually check.
Oh, ice! Pierce them through!
I think it was like 900 something, and then I spent money. Spent 200, something like 700-ish.
Now, what next?
Not sure if I remember that correctly. How close am I to leveling up?
Not bad. A passing.
Because I probably want to like have full SP at least before going in. Because I'm assuming there's going to be. I'm pretty sure there's a boss fight up here. So I'm going to get in one more fight, and then that should level me up, and then also fully restore all my stuff.
Can't we settle this like gentlemen?
I'm curious if I do an ice wind and then a boosted ice wind, if that's enough. I mean, I wouldn't do it normally, but since I'm about to level up, is that enough to kill in 2 turns? It is not. In fact, it might mean that I now kill him with the this staff smack. I did not. Okay. Does this kill him? Yes.
You
Okay.
should have studied harder.
Okay. I think we should be good to go. Yeah. Can't tell if it's gonna be voice acted.
What?
It is not. Professor Albright! He's literally, like, stanced up. Are you always in the habit of barging into your peers' offices when they're working? Well, it's not like you have a door. Where's that chimney let out?
Excuse me.
You have a fireplace. Why does that let out? My apologies, I would have knocked, but I didn't see a door. See? See? Great minds think alike.
A moment of your time.
Apropos of nothing, mayhap you've heard that a certain tome was stolen from the archives. I haven't the faintest clue what you're talking about. I literally talked to you about it. Like, not even a few minutes ago. I questioned you about it.
Come now.
Come now, Russell. Playing dumb is just going to drag this out for the both of us. So, let's get cut straight to the heart of the matter. You're a thief, and I can prove it. Can you?
Pah.
What? The hells you can.
The truth is...
Unfortunately for you, at precisely the moment you were trying to sneak back with the key, your friend the guardsman was just waking up from his little slumber. I feel like he just debated him. Ah! Just realized that you got baited. Keeping up on our friend's somnolescence, are we, old chum? It was a slip of the tongue, I tell you. I know nothing about this goddamned book.
Is that so?
Figured you'd say as much. Then perhaps you'd care to accompany me to the academy? To prove your innocence, of course. Damn it. Damn it all to hell. It was the perfect plan. If not for your bloody meddling, I would have had it all. Alright, calm down there, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo villain.
I don't think this one will listen
Sir,
to reason.
you are much taller than it looked like. Well, I guess it's a good thing that I picked up the lightning. What are you? Water wisps. If I boost, I can break both of those right away.
All light, smite them down.
Oh, I guess it doesn't take two? Never mind. Oh, they don't do very much damage at all. But it is noteworthy that the two wisps together do more damage than he did.
All light, smite them down.
He did say, oh, light. So I wonder if lightning and light damage are actually the same thing. Oh, no, it says lightning damage.
Oh, ice.
These, okay, good. They don't get healed by it. Wildfire. Okay, that did more damage to me.
Now, what next?
On the off chance, just... Are there any of you... Okay, they are weak to fire. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Because if, like, from a game design point of view, maybe not from, like, it's a water wizard point of view. Because I could have chosen to get something else. Could have chosen, like, analyze or something. You look like you're about to do something big.
Think not. What is the logical course of action?
Never mind. I'm gonna do it again though.
Not.
So it does show the turn order at the top. Fireball.
What is the logical course of action?
I'm gonna hit him with the... Oh, actually, that doesn't actually break more, does it? Do this.
What is the logical
And see if I can take out the wisps. Max. Okay, so it maxes out at 4, not 5. So we can store more than we could use. Nice.
An interesting dilemma.
I should at least try. Okay.
Now, what next?
So this is actually 2 separate hits, though. So does this actually break him? Yeah, it does. Okay.
Oh, ice. Here's some
Well, that
proof.
definitely gives more of a strat because he has a lot of breakpoints, and I don't have the mana. Going to heal.
Let's try this.
Oh, that's a huge heal.
Now, what next?
I guess we're gonna scale pretty quickly, but for this amount of HP, that's a massive heal.
An interesting dilemma. Think not.
And now we block.
Now, what next?
And break.
What is the logical course of action? Oh, ice.
Okay, I should change up the cadence here. And just do more staff swings. Just build up a whole bunch and then hit him with a really big.
Now, interesting dilemma.
And-
Think not. Now, what next?
And
Think
defend.
not.
Dragon's Breath.
What is the logical course of action?
Should use one because I have. Otherwise, I'm going to go over max.
Now, what next?
It is interesting that he has attacks with different levels of charge, or maybe he can hold it for one.
Oh, ice. Here's some through. What is the logical course of action?
Bonk.
What is the logical course of action?
Bonk. Tome Tempest.
What
All right.
next?
And bonk.
What is the logical course of action?
And-
Think not.
I'm gonna waste a point here, but whatever.
Now, what next?
Use it that way. Oh, the second kit gets the break damage. Okay. Another max out Icewind.
Oh, ice. Here's some through.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have one more rotation. Refreshing jam. Awesome. Okay. And a pretty good amount of money. I swear, I never meant to. I just needed the money.
Just so.
That tome would fetch a small fortune. This is true. And yet, did you not for a moment consider the consequences? And the vault filled with confidential or restricted information.
So.
In stealing that tome, you would steal from our students something more valuable than all the realm's riches. That wasn't where I was going with it. I was thinking, like, national secrets and stuff. A grave crime, no matter who would perpetrate it, but all the more unforgivable when committed by one who calls himself a scholar.
Thank you.
Well, I'll be. You actually did crack the case of the stolen book. I don't blame you for not having confidence in him, and he was being weird last time he was here.
Indeed.
That I did. And yet, I fear this may not be the only volume our friend had purloined. Russell has already confessed to the full extent of his crimes and revealed the names of his business associates. What did they do to him? We need only track down the books and purchase them back. I'll speak to the guards and see that we redouble the security of the archives. Yeah, maybe having only one guard who does not really seem to care is not the best. What's this? It says there's still another book missing. Did that scoundrel of a scholar steal this one as well?
Actually,
Oh, okay. Ah, from the far reaches of hell. Guys. No, I can assure you that he did not. It's been missing for some 15 years now. Okay. Russell's aggressive barring only extends some 2 years back. 2 years he's been doing this?
I see.
There was not that many books down there. you wouldn't start to notice. Right, as always, Professor. Pray tell me more about it. From the far reaches of hell. I'm so inconsistent with his voice. According to our records, it would seem to be a compendium of ancient rites and long-last magics. Oh, that's not concerning at all.
actually,
If I am not mistaken, it was the single oldest volume housed within our archives. Oh. Needless to say, it was a tremendous loss.
Most intriguing.
Oh, yet another mystery, it would seem. Professor Albright, the headmaster would speak with you at once.
His awesomeness.
Again? What could it be this time? Guessing it has something to do with Cyrus. Perhaps he plans to commend you for your role in apprehending the library thief. I severely doubt that. I have no interest in accolades, but if he insists... I'll settle into voices a little bit better as we go. This is a new person. A modest man and purveyor to the royal family who takes great pride in his goods. Whether his customer be commoner or king, he refuses to sell something unless he deems the buyer worthy of it. Okay, hidden item. Where? that's up there. I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to see if I can use Scrutinize on a couple people here and inside the palace. Sorry, I didn't read that. Let me read that. Once in charge of protecting the king, his guard suffered a serious leg injury and was since transferred to a calmer post outside the grounds. Was it an arrow to the knee? Is this an arrow to the knee reference? Though the injury healed long ago, he hasn't mentioned it to anyone and enjoys the serenity of his new post. Okay, that would be the opposite of taking an arrow to the knee. As everyone knows, you tell everyone when you take an arrow to the knee. This item's a lot easier to reach. Light Soulstone. So they're not called Light Soulstone L or something, or Light. They're just, only when they're the higher levels they get the modifier. No item or individual that passes through the palace gates escapes this guard's notice. Rumor has it, however, that his dedication is not rooted in any sort of loyalty, but is rather born of the desire to perpetuate and protect his own unscrupulous business of selling trinkets to collectors of royal mementos. It was actually kind of common in these sorts of societies. I mean, it's kind of... The royalty are almost kind of like also in a similar position as a celebrity. So that was actually pretty common in real life as well, of people collecting like random trinkets from nobles or royalty, depending on the country and the time period. But it definitely was something that happened. I want to know more about this person or this kid. A young boy who sneaks into the palace to steal valuables. I knew he was super sus. He sells his spoils to provide a life for himself and is yet to be caught. In actuality, the queen has already noticed, but has turned a blind eye to his actions. I guess they figure he's mostly harmless. What do we got? Buckler. Nice. Maybe I should have done that before I went in. Just gone in here and looked for items. I didn't actually think about it. The eldest son in a family that has served the king for generations. He takes pride in his job as a guard and would risk his life to protect the king and his palace. His loyalty has earned him the king's utmost trust. We got Healing Grape. I do think that it's a little funny. A lot of games you start off in like an area kind of similar to this, and like the palace and stuff, like they have items around for you to pick up, but they're often like really low quality items or low like early game items, even though it's like a really opulent area. And then you'll go somewhere later that's way out on the fringes and they'll have like way nicer things. Born in the slums in the coastlands, this guard was recognized for his skills and now protects the throne room. Despite holding the same position, he is ridiculed by the other guards simply for his origins, causing tension between the two. The son of a prominent family in Atlastam and one of the guards responsible for protecting the throne room. Rather than earning his post, however, it was granted to him as he has no merits on his own. Many such cases. In both cases. Where are those items? It's in the classroom. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, excuse me. Small cup. Sorry, excuse me. Did I just run in here and steal a cup? Where is it? Oh, okay. So it's a item for sale. Those two guys also look shifty, but I guess It's nothing to be learned about them. Olive of life. Okay. I think that's everybody that's interactable. Oh, actually, no, there's the lady on the stairs. I'm gonna save before I go up there first, in case it locks me into something. Nice. Okay. Born and raised in Alisdam, this old widow now visits this place every day in memory of her late husband. Even after she passes, she wishes to be by her husband's side, just like the relief of the king and queen in the Academy's library. Okay. Large feather. Odds and ends. Are those for sale items? Yes. Is there... Am I missing something? Yes. What was the button? Okay, it's RB. Oh, I didn't see the mini-map anymore. I think there's a few people in here, as long as it doesn't lock us into... Okay. I think there was, right? Was there not any people we could talk to in here? I could have sworn there was at least one person. Maybe not. Guess not. There's still a guy screwing his eyeballs, though.
I've brought Professor Albright, as asked, sir.
Okay, it's voice active.
Good. Enter. Thank you, Lucia.
Name drop.
Yes, Headmaster. What can I do for you? Something tells me he's not about to offer a commendation.
What tipped you off?
Professor Albright, a most troubling report has reached my ears.
A report, sir?
An anonymous source claims that you have abused your prestigious position to enter into an illicit relationship with Her Highness the Princess.
Oh, jeez. Interesting. So I wonder if Cyrus said that of her own volition because she was jealous or upset regarding how she was getting, you know, kind of Donawalled. She was getting kind of like blocked out by the princess in that original cutscene. I'm wondering if she has been manipulated to testify that way, or if it's something that she did on her own. Because I can't shake the fact that this guy is like incredibly sus.
And you believe this report, sir?
If it is untrue, then say so.
Why, it is unfounded, unsubstantiated, balderdash of the highest order.
I would like to take your words at face value, Professor, but I fear the situation is not so simple. A rumor regarding the royal family, even an unsubstantiated one such as this, is sure to spread quickly. If we do not take swift action, Princess Mary's good name could be forever sullied. That is something that simply cannot be allowed to happen. Surely you understand.
And so what do you intend to do with me, sir?
It is not an easy...
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to skip that.
Dismissing you outright would be tantamount to an admission of guilt.
If I may be so bold, Headmaster, what about a sabbatical? Professor Albright has put on extended leave, while official accounts state that he's doing field work in a distant land.
What say you, Cyrus? This way, both the Academy's reputation and your own will remain intact.
My reputation?
Do we have a problem, Professor?
Not at all, Headmaster. On the contrary, this might prove the perfect opportunity.
Opportunity? For what?
As a matter of fact, there is a matter which has piqued my interest of late. I was just wondering when I might find the time to do a bit of research in the field. I think I will set forth on a journey.
I can't help but feel like this is just a little bit of jabbing back.
In search of an ancient tome that disappeared 15 years. Besides, if I am not permitted to share what I have learned with my peers and the public, there is little point in continuing my research here.
That said, if he goes somewhere else, then rules might not apply.
Is that so? Do tell, Professor. What is it that you intend to investigate?
As regards a certain tome. Now, if you will forgive me, I must begin.
Thank you for not giving away the exact thing you were doing.
Good day to you, Headmaster.
An enigma as ever, that one.
I imagine that he's doing something suspicious, and having someone like Cyrus around who's inquisitive, altruistic, and perceptive around is a risk factor. So having him not be around is way more convenient if you're wanting to pull off something suspicious. This backfired, didn't it?
Professor!
Oh, Cyrus, what is it?
Like I said, I vaguely remember that he was kicked out. I just couldn't remember why.
I heard that you were leaving the academy.
Then you heard true.
Yeah, it wasn't really what you wanted, was it?
Professor, I'm so sorry.
I see. So you were the source of the rumor.
You knew?
I mean, there's not really
Not
that
until
many other
just this
people
moment,
it could have been.
when you apologized.
But yeah.
And yet, I cannot fathom your motive. Why would you tell such a terrible lie?
Because she was jealous. Not of Princess per se, but of your attention and time.
You're always helping Her Highness, answering her every question. I just wanted you to pay more attention to me.
And that's why you went to the headmaster.
It's pretty much the worst way you could have gone around about it. But
Yes, but I just wanted to get you in a little trouble.
I don't know. I always feel like it could have also like coming up with an idea like this is not something that this type of girl would just come up with. So I don't know if it's her social circles or maybe a parental figure or someone else has used a similar tactic in their life, and she heard about it. She's very clearly not someone that does this frequently or plays these kinds of games.
I didn't think they would. I am so sorry, Professor. Can you ever forgive me?
Worry not, my dear. It just so happens that I was looking for a good excuse to go on a journey.
You were?
There's a little bit of anger I detect in that.
To travel the realm and see what can be learned beyond these halls.
Or maybe frustration.
I dare say the timing couldn't have been better. You see, there's a certain matter I simply can't wait to investigate. So fret not, my girl. If anything, you've done me a favor. Besides, I am not entirely without fault in the matter. Indeed, I have not been as attentive to you as I should. Had I realized your true intention sooner, I would not be in this position.
I think this is a good thing to say, and like a good thing to, since he's trying to make her feel less guilty. But at the same time, I think that this sort of thinking of being like, no, it's actually my fault. I should have been more attentive, and I should have been the one that noticed sooner, and then I should have gotten out in front of it. I think this is something that people who have very good intuition about or insight with other people, I think it's very easy to get yourself in a position where you think this way about things that you really couldn't have really known anything about in advance. Like there's really no way that you can always nail it every time, no matter how good you are, or how good you are at reading people, or how good you are at, or how perceptive you are just as a person. At the same time, it's very easy if you're generally a very competent person and you do have those traits of being very insightful and perceptive, to get to a place where you blame yourself rather than or rather you're more willing to put it on yourself as I should have been the one that did something. But at the same time, I do think that like what he's trying to do is like make her not feel super horribly guilty, and therefore actually be able to, because the thing that he very clearly deeply cares about is the education part of his job. He really does take that as incredibly important. And if she was so focused on the guilt of what she had done and what happened to him, then she wouldn't be able to focus on that. At least that's my read of what his thoughts would be there.
Professor, whatever do you...
If only I had realized how devoted you were to your studies.
Okay, never mind.
Girl.
Okay, my read, those two lines by themselves has completely changed. Dude, the focus, like the thing that she wants isn't necessarily like, this didn't come, I was going to say, this didn't come out of a devotion for studying. This came out of wanting to have a share of the attention. Not that I think that she's like completely ambivalent towards her studies. I definitely think that, I mean, she's in a class with the princess for a reason, I'm sure, but...
My studies.
It's pretty clearly not what this was about.
I have always striven to treat all my students equally. And yet, Her
Oh,
Highness is
no.
always eager
Okay.
to ask questions, and I was all too eager to answer them. In doing so, I may have given
He's
the
getting-
impression that I favored
he's getting
her
all
above
hyped
you
up.
and the others. This was not my intention, but I am at fault all the same. Yes, if only I had seen you for the ardent and devoted young scholar that you are.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough reaction to that.
Professor. Perhaps you're not quite as sharp as I thought you were.
No, I think he is. Unfortunately, I kind of understand. I think he is choosing to interpret. He is okay. Let me put it this way: he is receiving the signals. The reception isn't the problem. He is noticing things, but he's a little. I don't know if the right word to say is dense. He is the interpretation of the signals being received is the problem. He is certainly noticing, but he is interpreting things in a convenient manner for something that he gets excited about.
Yes?
Never mind.
In that case, I should be off. Pray do not shirk your studies, my girl.
Yes, Professor. Will I ever see you again?
She's trying so hard to recover this moment.
I do not see why not, provided we both still live.
Don't say things like that. Dude really just aura farmed and left. Can I go back? Okay. I guess this would just be if I had missed anything, but I don't think that anything will be different. How much money do I have after everything? A ton. Let's save. All right. I'm pretty sure that this is as far as I played when I originally played the game. So everything from this point on is going to be stuff that I have not seen before. Not that I actually did not remember nearly as much of this as I thought I was going to. Sorry, was this voiced? I spaced. I was talking too much about the end of this area. My erstwhile colleague Odette knows more about arcane studies than anyone I know.
Last I heard, she sojourned in Quarry Crest. I should begin my
Quarry
journey
Crest.
there.
Okay. Who dat? Are they sending assassins after him? Like he gets out of the city and they just kill him? Or they're gonna try to. And so Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell. What dark secrets might its pages hold? Only the gods know. Across Orstera, there are 7 others who await you. Why not venture out and find them? Together, you can defeat even the greatest foes. Okay, so now it's a collecting the party moment. It looks like there's a save point right up here, so I'm going to run to the save point. Oh. Still more. Injured? Oh, a monster came out of nowhere and it got me in the leg. I can hardly put any weight on it. I hate to be a bother, but do you have a healing grape to spare? Sure. Is this a side quest tutorial? Sure. Whew. Feels good to be back on my feet. Can't thank you enough. I'd have been done for if you hadn't come along. I mean, you were like 200 feet from the town gate. I think you were alright, but my name is Kit. I'm on a journey to find my father. He disappeared when I was just a boy. Are you going to be a recurring character? Are you on a journey too? Perhaps our paths too will cross again someday. I noticed that Cyrus didn't have any dialogue here, so I wonder if he shows up regardless of the path you pick. Be safe, and may your travels bring you all that you seek. There are people who need your help all across Orstera. Help the people of the realm using the power of path actions. What woman in her right mind would want to marry such a spineless and fragile man? Not me, that's for sure. Tony, I never knew you were so strong. I can't fathom what sort of pack action would result in this outcome, but I guess I'm excited to see. There's more than one. I guess actually the other thing it said, there's more than one way to solve these problems with their problems. That was a lot of money. That was more money than I got from beating the boss. I gave that man a grape, and he gave me more money than I got from fighting the first boss. All right, and with that, I'm going to end this episode here. If you've been enjoying the playthrough so far, there will be another episode in the end card if it's been released. If not, there should be some other stuff on the channel for you to look at. And I have been Sol Runeholm. I will see you in the next one.